Hi all, welcome to the third part of product CRUD. So previous two videos we have done a product listing and add product. So in this video we will concentrate on edit product. So let's get into the code. So we can see already the product list has been implemented in the product.component.html and we added a add edit product which we are going to reuse for add and edit. So we are not doing a separate add or edit, but the same code we are reusing in the add and edit product module. So we already created in the previous video. So whatever we have implemented is like add product. Now we will show a edit button in against each row in the table, and when we click on the edit, the same model will pop up and it will be autofilled with the existing data. Okay, so this is what we are going to do first. So you can see first we have to give the edit icon in the product.component.html. So this is our list and we will add another column here, so th, then we will add a edit icon. So I already copied the edit icon, just I created a button. So you can simply give that button inside the last row. So this is a button with a pencil icon, and I am just calling a function edit product, and I am passing the existing product here, and I am passing that product object to the component.ts file. So let's go to the component.ts file. Come to the component.ts file, we can add a function called edit product and we will receive a product. I am just giving any, or you can give the product interface if it has been created. Okay, then just open the object. Okay, so we got the edit product. So you can see a button has been created. The next thing you have to do, when you click on the edit, whatever we have opening this pop-up, the same pop-up needs to be passed to the same pop-up need to be open for edit also with data. Okay, so for that purpose, what first we can do is, so if it is an edit product, we will create a variable and assign the product object. If it is a show add model, what we will do is we will create an object, create the same object with an empty one. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is, while doing the edit product or while doing the show add model, so one second, so here you can see I am just giving the show add model. Maybe I can give a show edit model, so you will be able to easily identify it. Show edit model. Okay, so when we click on the show edit model, you have to show a display. That model also needs to be shown. So before it has been written display add model, what we can do, we can override this variable as display add edit model. So we can reuse the same variable for add and edit purpose. So I am just overriding and I am just making everything as display add edit model. I am replacing in all of the files. So you can see, we can check whether it is working as expected. Yes, it is working as expected. Okay, so while click on the show edit model, nothing will happen. So first thing you have to do is, what you have to do, you have to open the model. So you have to give display add edit model equal to true. So let's see, will it work or not. So when you click on the edit, see the model is showing, but the heading is different, the data is not autofilling. So the next thing we have to go is, we have to check is how we can autofill this data. So first thing, we have some data. Which data we are editing? We have the details. So we have to pass this details to the child component. Okay, child component only we are showing the pop-up, so we have to pass. So in order to pass those data, first you have to make it as a make a variable. So this I am just creating a variable called selected product equal to, or I can give the variable called product, and the selected product, let me give it as any for now, and I am giving a null, initializing with the null. And this selected product, when we click on the add modal, this dot selected product will be null, okay. But when you click on the show edit modal, this dot selected product will be the product, okay. So next we are passing this to the child component. So the selected product is going to pass into the child component. So this is the add edit product model. Here I am passing selected product equal to the same variable I am passing. This is a variable in the component, okay. So saving it, let me access that variable in the add edit component.ts, okay. So let's come to the add edit component.ts, and in the top section we can add input, and you can give selected product any, and you can give default value. If there is no value, I am just assigning it as a null, okay. Then I got a selected product from the parent to the child. So if it is null, we can identify it's an add pop-up, and if it is not null, that means it is an edit pop-up, right? So what you can do, based on the change in the selected product, we can assign a value. We have to autofill all the values in the product form. So in order to do that, you have to use ng on changes. What is ng on changes means, if any variable is passing from the parent to the child component, based on the change of the value of that particular variable, if you want to do any functionality, we can do inside ng on changes, okay. So I am just copying ng on changes, and here I am doing ng on changes. I don't want to use any of the simple changes variable for now, and here I am just checking if this dot selected product, okay. If selected product is there, then this product form needs to be updated with the latest value, that is a select product value. So this dot product form dot patch value, then you have to pass the object. So my object is this one, okay. But what we have to do is, else if it is an add form, we have to empty, right? So this dot product form dot reset, you can call the reset, okay. I am saving it. We can check whether it is working or not. So when you click on the edit, you can see the corresponding details are populating. So I'm just clicking on cancel. If you click on the next, it is getting populated, and if you click on the add product, it is getting resetting, that means empty. So still see, everything is working fine now. So while editing also, automatically the validation will be reflected and the button will change. The next thing is, like, we have to disable this add button. We have to rename this add button and add here, right? So for doing that, so in the corresponding HTML file, you can add a condition, okay. So here it's like an add product, right? So let me double quotes, if selected product is there, then it will be edit product, else it will be add product. Okay, or the best way we can do is, let me change here, Okay, so here maybe ng on changes, let's create a variable called modal type. By default I am just giving it as an add, then here if it is selected product is there, then this dot modal type equal to edit, else this dot modal type equal to add. Then let me add model type product, then here also you can mention model type. Let me see, so it's edit product, edit button, so add product, add button. Okay, so that is also fixed. So the next thing is like, once we add the data, we have to save it, or we have to call a separate API. That's how we can do it. Okay, so for doing that, you can see here it is add product, so you can reuse this add product. So I'm just renaming this add product into add edit product, so I can reuse it for add and edit. Okay, just replacing, so it's add edit product, and this component, let's go to the component part, and here you can see add edit product, and it will call the API save product. Okay, and we are passing this product value. So what you can do, this instead of save product you can give a common name. Okay, save or update, or you can give the same name here. So I'm just giving, here also I am going to change it, and here also I am going to change it. Okay, so it will be a common name. So this product add edit service, and if it is add or update, we will pass this product form dot value to the backend. Okay, so in order to identify the service, we are calling post API or put API. That means add API or edit API. What we can do, we can pass the model type also. Okay, so the same thing we can use it here also. Model type, then it will be a string. Then we can tell if this dot model, if model type equal to add. Okay, so I'm thinking instead of this model type, what you can do is you can pass the selected product, because for the API you have to pass it, pass the ID also. Okay, I think it's not required, sorry. Yes, so this model type and this model type equal to add, then you have to call this API, else if this model type is equal to edit. If it is an edit, I am using the fake store api.com. Go to the read docs, there is an update. For updating a product we are using put, and the URL is also different. So here I will put return this dot http dot put, and I will add a product ID. So product ID in the post data, for the update we have a product ID, so we will add that one, then we will pass the post data here. So in order to add that one, make it as, we are using a template literals, so I'm just making it as this simple, and so that we can use a string and the variable together. Okay, then I'm just adding, like in order to add the variable, then add the post data dot ID. So this is also done. So based on the model type, we are calling separate API. So here it's a put API, so that is also getting called. And the next thing is, once that has been success, we are telling to the parent element I have clicked add button. Okay, so we are not telling I have clicked add button. I can tell I clicked add or edit button. So wherever using add, I can rename it as click add or edit. Okay, anything is fine. So click add or edit. I am replacing everything. Okay, so click add or edit. I have replaced it so that just a naming convention, there is no other confusions, I hope. So just a naming convention. So once it is add or edit, I will pass the response to the backend. And the thing, one more thing you have to do, if it is model type is add, it will be the product added, else it will be the product updated. Okay, so I'm just updating const message equal to this dot or model type. Based on the model type or selected value, you can add a condition. Okay, equal to add, then you have to show product added, else you have to show product updated. Then the same message you have to give here. Saving it, and once it has been success, you have to inform the parent I have updated. So it will come here and it will call save product to list. Okay, so save product, we can give, rename that function to save or update product list. Okay, then let me replace all, just reusing the same variable, and I am giving a meaningful variable here, and it will go to this corresponding component file. So in that you can see if there is new data coming, what it is doing is it is adding the data. So in your case, as I mentioned, if there is any data added or updated, in your case it will be like this dot get product list. You have to call the API again, but my case this is a dummy JSON, it is not updated in the backend side. Okay, so it just returns some data from the backend, but it doesn't get updated. For that purpose I am doing, if it is an add, I am just inserting the data, but for edit I have to update the data. So this, whatever I am going to do next, is not required for your case. It's just for showing the demo. I am just writing this code. Okay, so I can give like if new data dot id equal to this dot selected product dot id, that means it is an edit. Else, so if it is an add, you can give this one. If it is an edit, first you have to find the index. Const product equal to this dot products dot find index of data, then data dot id equal to this dot or new data dot id. I can give new data dot id or this dot selected product dot id. I'm just finding the product I have to update, then this dot products of product dot id equal to then the latest data. Sorry, I think it's an id, product id. Oh sorry, product index, it is an index. I am just checking, and with that index I am just updating. So what I am doing here, So there is a product list. Inside that everything is an object. I have to find the matching select id with the object id, and I have to get the index, and then I have to override that data. Okay, once that has been saved, let's go to the page. So I'm just clicking on the inspect element so you can see any error is coming or not. Okay, network calls, let's go to the network calls also. So if you click on the edit, and if I'm changing something, and if you click on the edit, okay, I think some issue is showing, my URL is not passing to the backend, something went wrong, page store API. Okay, this ID is not passing properly, so let me have a look on it. So whatever I am passing the post data, maybe it doesn't have the ID. Why? Because yes, I got it. So as I mentioned here, in the product service, I am calling this product service from here. So this product form doesn't have any ID. So instead of the modal type, as I mentioned before, sorry, I missed this part, I can pass this selected product here. Selected product, I'm going to the service and I'm telling selected product, and I'm using select product is equal to null. So if the select product is there, or if it is not there, that means it is an add, else it will be this one. So instead of post data, I can add selected product.id. Let me check again. If you click on the edit, and doing some updation, edit, so see, it is getting updated. In order to show this one as the updated only, I am doing this much code, but in your case you simply call this get product list always. So these conditions you don't need if you are calling the original API. Okay, since it is a dummy API only, I have to call all those things. So this is all about, you can see all the success message also it is showing. So if I'm changing something like 23, edit, see, it is getting edited, success product updated. The same way you can reuse the add and edit form, all the validations, everything, and you can simplify the code. You are not repeating any code also. So this is, we can easily do add, edit and the list. Next video I can include the delete also.